2020, Alice a un job. Alice has a job. Yes, this semester is just flying by. I don't even know where it went. Seriously. It always feels like it goes, I don't know, every time I teach, and I've taught in so many different kinds of places and online and real life and things, it always feels like it goes really slow right after Christmas break for like January and February feel like they last 4 months each long, and then all of a sudden, like, it goes really fast. So, yeah. I came back kind of late. Do we have many more tests? Next week we have a test. I guess I could answer these questions now rather than at the end of class. Okay. Next week we have our test on Unit 6. And then after that we will have Unit 7 and then a test on Unit 7 and then class will be over. Like French class will be done. It'll be summertime, woohoo! All right, let's do the dialogue. We're on page 284, Alice a un job. So this is not each line is pretty short, so it shouldn't be too hard for you guys, but I can definitely help you. Alice a un job, and we'll do the compréhension together after. Alice a un nouveau job. Elle travaille dans un magasin de matériel audiovisuel. Dans ce magasin, on vend toutes sortes de choses. So I need someone to be Jérôme and someone to be Alice. I'm going to have, so make sure your hands are lowered and re-raised and all the things. So Vari, can you be Jérôme, and Annie, can you be Alice? Yes, and let me read that beginning line and then you guys can do each dialogue. Un jour, son cousin Jérôme lui rend visite. Vas-y. Qu'est-ce qu'on vend? And then you have like a little second line that's kind of hidden there. Oh, okay. 284. Yes. Good. Excellent. Wow, girls. Round of applause. Very well done. Yes, Vari, halfway through, we could hear your voice and then also like an echo, very robot-y voice, but it was, oh no, don't be. No, you guys rocked that. You did so, so well. Oops, sorry, pop-ups. All right. Um, yeah, it sounded really funny, but you guys the robot thing sounded funny, but your accents and how you pronounced it and all these new words, I was very impressed. Um, very impressed. Really well done. All right, let's do the compréhension together. I would like everyone to respond in the chat. I'll try to give you time. Let me know if I go too fast. Numéro 1. On travaille. Oh, sorry. Numéro 1. Où travaille Alice? Où travaille Alice? Où travaille Alice? That's okay, Elaine. Well, then you get the benefit of trying to recall, trying to listen the tough way. Okay, so the question is, where does Alice work? Alice works in a store. Some of you write dans un magasin. Rachel's correct. Dans un magasin audiovisuel. She works in de matériel audiovisuel. She works in a store that is um, audio-visual materials, essentially. So like stereos and TVs and things. Numéro 2. Qu'est-ce qu'elle vend? Qu'est-ce qu'elle vend? Qu'est-ce qu'elle vend? Qu'est-ce qu'elle vend? Close. So the question is, what does she sell? Qu'est-ce qu'elle vend? She says that her specific job is moi, je vends des mini chaînes. She specifically sells the mini chaîne, the stereos. So she works in the store, but that's her focus. Good answer though, Danielle. Numéro 3. Qu'est-ce qu'elle espère faire cet été? Qu'est-ce qu'elle espère faire cet été? Qu'est-ce qu'elle espère faire cet été? Qu'est-ce qu'elle, what does she, espère, hope, faire, to do, cet été, this summer? Qu'est-ce qu'elle espère faire? What does she hope to do cet été, this summer? Very good. This summer she hopes to voyager. She wants to travel. J'ai envie de, she feels like voyager cet été. She feels like traveling this summer. Numéro 3. Qu'est-ce qu'elle est... non, sorry, numéro 4. Pourquoi est-ce que Jérôme ne pas voyager? Pourquoi est-ce que Jérôme ne va pas voyager? I just noticed, and I've been teaching this for a while, that in the picture below, the boy is washing his car, but he's washing off the tire. I don't know about you guys, but I don't clean the tires on my car when I wash them. Lol. Okay. Good, Rachel. Not many people are answering. Does that mean I'm going too quickly? Good. Okay. Numéro 4. Pourquoi est-ce que Jérôme ne va pas voyager? Why does Jerome not go traveling? And the answer is, il n'a pas d'argent. He doesn't have any money. He says, tu as de la chance. You're lucky. Moi aussi, j'ai envie de voyager. Me too, I would like to travel. Mais je n'ai pas d'argent. But I don't have any money. And then she gives him this really snarky response, which makes this one of my favorite dialogues. But numéro 5, qu'est-ce que Jérôme doit faire pour avoir de l'argent? Qu'est-ce que Jérôme doit faire pour avoir de l'argent? What does Jérôme doit faire? What does he must do pour avoir, to have, for to have de l'argent, some money. Il cherche un job. He needs to look for a job. Okay, good job, guys. Any questions on this dialogue? Good. All right, I encourage you, those of you who have not answered or participated much, to make sure you're participating on your own. Although I encourage you to participate with everyone else because although it may feel awkward putting yourself out there in written form or spoken, or in the chat or written on the whiteboard, it will really benefit you to kind of put yourself out there and make mistakes. That's maybe or maybe not, but that's the best part about being a student, is that it's a safe place to make a mistake. All right, let's move on. Let's to our lesson, vocabulaire. L'argent means money. L'argent literally means silver, and it still is the way we refer to like silver jewelry or something. We would say we call it l'argent, but it means money as well. Okay, so here's some nouns. Nom, l'argent, money. Billet, this double L makes a y sound. Un billet is bill. Une pièce is coin. Once again, like remember, une pièce can mean a bedroom, but in this context, it can also mean the word coin, like a part of the whole. A piece of a dollar is a coin, if that helps you remember it. Do they use un billet more often now? What do you mean? They use both bills and coins? Oh. Oh, okay. So when we're talking about the money in general, like I'm gonna go earn some money, then they use the word l'argent. If we're talking about like here's some money in bill form, here's a bill, here's some coins, then they would say un billet. I think l'argent is much more common, kind of like, yeah, like how we say it. Yes, une pièce is also room, so you just have to know based on the context whether we're talking about coin or room. Which sounds weird, but in English we have the same kind of things. So homonyms, homophones, things like that. I have some rooms in my pocket. I'm sure there are some like silly jokes like that elementary school kids make and think are really funny. Okay, adjective nouns. Riche, rich, pauvre, poor. Pretty easy. Those look like the English words. And then some verbs. Dépenser is to spend, like you're dispensing money at various places. Gagner means to gain or to earn or win money. Like to earn money, really. But gagner looks like kind of like gain, maybe kind of sort of to me. Okay. And then payer. Payer means to pay or to pay for, which is really easy because it looks the exact same as English. In the dialogue, they use the word réduction. I don't remember learning that one, or does it mean sale or discount? Where did they use réduction? Oh, yes. Okay, so she says, he asks, tu es bien payé? Are you well paid? She says, non, on n'est pas très bien payé. We're not paid very well. But, on a des réductions. We have some reductions or discounts sur l'équipement stéréo et sur les CD et DVD. Yes. It means discount. Pauvre is how you pronounce this word. Good questions, guys. Okay, so that's the vocabulaire. And then some expressions. So I just taught you vocabulary that was nouns, adjectives, verbs, and then here's some expressions. Combien and plus the verb is how much. We've touched on this several times. Combien de with the noun is more of how many, quantity. Combien and the verb is more price. Combien de is quantity. Actually, let me write that down. This is price or money. And then combien de is quantity. Okay. And then avoir besoin de with the noun and then the infinitive verb is to have need of, to need, have to. Okay. Avoir envie de plus the noun plus the infinitive verb or an infinitive verb is to want or to feel like. Or to want to. Okay, let's look at examples. First expression, we're talking about price, the price of things. Combien coûte cette chenille? Combien coûte cette chenille? So if we have combien next to just the verb immediately, then we're talking about price. But if we say combien de CD, if we have combien and then de and then a noun, then we're talking about how many, the quantity. Combien de CD as-tu? How many CDs do you have? Do you see that slight little difference? Combien with the verb, we're talking about how, usually coûte, we're talking about price. Combien de and then a noun, then we're talking about quantity. Because the word combien just means how much. How much. And it functions similarly in English where the phrase how much can refer to price and it can refer to how the quantity of things. Okay, moving on. Why as-tu? I think I know this. Okay, then you tell me. Try to answer your own question first. Thinking? Okay, I'll keep going and then we'll come back to it. Numéro 3. J'ai besoin de $5 or j'ai besoin de travailler. So I can either say, when I want to express that I have need of something, if I need something, I'd say avoir besoin de, avoir is conjugated. Okay, and then afterwards can be either a noun or it can be a verb in the infinitive though. Same as in English. I have need to work. We wouldn't say I have need of work. Actually, you would say that in English. But then it's a noun, not a verb. So that sounds confusing. Anyways, in French, when we say I have need of something, we say j'ai besoin de, and then the noun, and then avoir besoin de, and then the verb. Same thing, the exact same thing, just a different word here for want. J'ai envie d'une pizza, j'ai envie de manger. Okay, so we have avoir conjugated. We have our word here. Envie means want, kind of like envy, okay? Besoin is need, envie is want, and then de, and then either a noun, de, or an infinitive verb. Any questions about these two before I go back to Annie's question? Any questions about these two? Okay. See some typing. Okay. Annie's question was why do we say as-tu here? It's the informal way, it's the inversion. You can phrase this question two different ways. The informal way, combien de CD as-tu? Or you could say combien de CD est-ce que tu as? So we remember we can do kind of the long formal way, est-ce que tu as, do you have? Or we could do the inverted informal way, which is like have you. Both are equally grammatically correct. One is formal, one is informal. I think it looks weird because more often than not, we see this at the beginning of a sentence rather than at the end of a sentence. So it maybe looked a little foreign. Awesome. Oh, yes, Rachel, you totally got it. Yes, good, good, good. Ooh, excuse me. My belly is so big now. I'm trying to fit in here. Okay. Any questions on these expressions? Okay. Oh. Yeah, but you got the right idea of the est que. That was kind of the important part. Okay. Let's move on. Some grammaire. Quick thing. So I taught you these verbs, dépenser, gagner, payer. These are regular ER verbs. However, when we have an ER verb that ends in YER, that Y changes to an I for the boot pronouns. The I changes to a Y with the boot pronouns. So here's kind of what we've been learning so far. Regular ER verbs, we conjugate them with, remember we remove the ER and then we add the proper endings, which as you recall are es, ons, z, and t. Okay, and we had a few little weirdos. They weren't irregular verbs; they just were kind of exceptions. Our exceptions so far we've learned were verbs that end in GER, such as manger. Do you remember that? Okay, and it's conjugated the exact same as regular, except for the new. For example, we would do mangeons. Yes, Rachel. Yes. Okay, remember that exception? Here's another exception. For YER, I will start by saying it's conjugated the exact same in the sense that we remove the ER and add the endings. Except that the Y changes to an I for the boot pronouns. Not too hard, right? Just like another thing to remember. I think it's one of those things that once you kind of put it into practice, you kind of just have an eye for every time you see the G before the ER, you know that when you conjugate new, you leave the E. Every time you see a Y before the ER, you make sure it's an I for the boot pronouns. Any questions on this? Does this feel hard to remember or just kind of like tedious? Okay, cool. Okay, let's do some practice already. We're gonna just translate these sentences. So make sure your hands are raised. Danielle numéro 1, Katie numéro 2, Rachel numéro 3, Hannah numéro 4, Sarah numéro 5. Go ahead and just translate. Side note, applause to you guys for being responsible with your whiteboard privileges. It's really nice for me to be able to just leave it on and you guys can use it when I ask and ignore it when I don't. So props to you, mature people. Yes, Katie, you are number 2. Yes. So these are practice sentences for everything I just taught you just now. How much is the hat? Like, we're talking about price. I like to earn money. How do you spell cost? Coûte. With an accent circumflex, the little hat over the U. My chat doesn't like letting me do accents for some reason. Numéro 2. I like to earn money. Okay, so you could have said this to it. You said it more like, I feel like earning money. J'ai envie de, which is really good using what we just learned. But you could have said j'aime gagner d'argent as well, and that's really fine. Okay, really good. Actually, I'm gonna do the little check because it's a smaller. Or maybe I'll do like another thin. Okay, j'ai envie de. Really good, and then actually this verb after has to be in the infinitive. Because you're saying, I like to earn. In French here, there's like two, so it's like, just think of it with the expressions j'ai besoin de and j'ai envie de, that your verb has to be in the infinitive. Just kind of just tell yourself that's how it works. J'ai envie de gagner l'argent. So this here needs to be in the infinitive. You conjugated it, which was nice thinking, just incorrect. Numéro 1. How much is that hat? Combien coûte le chapeau? Oh, I see what you did. You were doing it word for word. How much is the hat? Okay. Try to not do it that way because it'll get you in trouble. Every once in a while it works out just fine, but try not to do it that way. Think of it more in the big chunk, not word for word. So how much is, or how do we say how much is? We say combien coûte. You got it. Perfect. And then in French, we don't say is the hat. We just say combien coûte le chapeau. Combien coûte, how much costs the hat. Very good. So I see what you're doing and I applaud you for working carefully, but the word for word thing will get you in trouble. Really good. Okay, numéro 3. We pay at the cafe. Nous payons au café. Very good. Number 3. What if I had said, I'm running out of time, I should not be doing this many things. Okay, what if I had said, I pay at the cafe? Can you translate that really quick? What if I had said that? Numéro 4. The poor girl does not have money. Oh, I love how you were thinking. Oh my gosh, that is so smart. But pauvre actually stays the same for both genders. But you were totally applying what we learned last week. You're so smart. Okay, but pauvre actually does not change. So again, like your thinking is like so right, is so clever, but it just wasn't happened to not be correct. La pauvre fille, girl is fille. To be la pauvre and then fille. n'a pas l'argent. Perfect. Very good. Je paie au café. Perfect. Number 3. Number 5. The rich man has many coins. Le garçon riche a beaucoup pièces. Coins, plural, pièces. You would actually say des pièces because remember in French we just kind of almost always have we keep the article rather than leaving it out. Yeah. Oh, here, I'll take away what I wrote. And then pièces, plural. Good. Well done. When you fix this. Well done, you guys. You guys are just like on it today. Well done. All right. Yeah, okay, we're running out of time, so we're not going to do more practice. If we have time, we'll come back to this. Okay, so last little grammar thing, second to last little grammar thing is kind of exciting. Yay, we're moving on and up in the world. I taught you the ER endings, regular ER verbs. Remember, to conjugate it, we remove the ER endings and we add the proper, remove the ER. I'm getting mixed up here. Add the proper endings, which are es, ons, z, and t. I taught you IR verbs last week, which was the exact same thing where we remove the IR and add the proper endings. Hey, I see a pattern here. And which are IS, IS, IT, ISS, ONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT. Now I'm going to teach you RE verbs, and it is the exact same thing. You remove the RE, and then you add the proper endings, which these are much easier, right? It's just SS, no ending, ONS, Z, ENT. So actually, I'll just go back to this because it's for consistency here. So the same thing, we remove the RE ending, the RE, and then we add the proper endings, which for RE verbs is SS, nothing, ONS, EZ, ENT. Any questions about that? Again, I'm not going to do a project for you, but you should definitely have this, like your RE endings, your IR endings, and your RE endings on some kind of chart in front of you, or like on your binder, or your notebook, or whatever it is. Oh, yes, I can. I can finish it too. I kind of SS, nothing, ONS, Z, and T. Ooh, my kid almost came in. Welcome. All right. Woohoo. Yay. And once you guys have this down, you're like really good to go with a lot of French. So, yay. All right. Common ER verbs. Attendre, which means to wait or wait for. Entendre. Attendre. Entendre. Notice my mouth smiles when I say attendre. And then entendre is lower. To hear. Like that's like to attend, right? Attend someone, to wait to them. Entendre is to hear. Perdre is to lose or waste. Rendre visite à, to visit a person. You render a visit to them. That's how you say it in French. Rendre visite à. Répondre à, to answer. Excuse me, you must, for these two verbs, have the a. They are part of how you use them. And then vendre is to sell. Just like in the dialogue, what was her name? Was it whatever her name was? Elle vend, she vend the stereos. Jennifer. Alice, thank you. Okay, So all these function the exact same way. We remove the ER and add the proper endings, which are SS, nothing, ONS, ZNT. Okay. I'm gonna skip this and do the, did I skip something? I feel like I skipped something. Yes, I did. Okay, last little thing. Bear with me for 2 minutes. Seems complicated, but it's really just quite simple. Really quite simple. When we in our pronoun charts, remember I always do it. I'm going to do big lettering. Hold on one second. We do je, tu, il, elle, and then technically there's an on here. I don't always use it. And then nous, vous, il, elle. Yes? Yes, you're finally wondering if we are finally getting the answer. So it's not correct to say this is he, she, and it, because as you know by now, il can either be he or it can be it for a masculine thing. Elle is her, or it can be she, or it can be it for a feminine thing. On is something else entirely. It means one, as in one does not simply walk into Mordor or something like that. Okay? But more often than not, it's used in the sense of we. Like we and on are really interchangeable. So, sorry, Vari, I did that thing again. Sorry. Okay. Qu'est-ce qu'on vend ici? What does one sell here? Qu'est-ce qu'on achète de CD? Où est-ce qu'on achète de CD? Where does one buy a CD? Or en France on parle français. In France, one speaks French. They use this actually pretty often, but it's more often than not used in the sense of one. In France, one speaks French, but it's usually most, like to an American brain, interchangeable with the word we. In France, we speak French, or instead of saying like the people there speak French, you just say one speaks French. Any question? Okay, so, and it's obviously conjugated the exact same as il and elle because it's in that same box in our conjugation chart. All right, we made it. All done. Thanks for waiting for me for 2 minutes. Do your homework. Email me if you have any questions. I know this semester has been not nearly as easy or smooth, so please contact me if you need help with understanding things. I love you all. Have a great St. Patrick's Day. Don't get pinched, and have a great week. Au revoir.